Alright, for those of you interested, this is running Ardupilot. It does have a GPS on the top. It lives right there. You can barely see it. It's on the top side, of course. And I have an Omnius F4 board in here, a version 3. I think that's how you say it. I've got a current sense meter in my power wires. I've got a 5.5 volt, 5 amp BEC. 240 amp ESCs that were for this original jet. And here I have my long tether, which I probably should shorten, that connects to my camera, which is actually on the tail, so I get this super crazy shot on the back. So anyway, just kind of wanted to show you what was actually in here. There's a little power brick that feeds this, and I modified this to read the current and voltage directly from the current sense, because the onboard current sense is supplied by the incoming power, and I'm supplying this with actually 12 volt with a little DC-DC converter that sits right here. The VTX is actually in there, and the antenna is on the side here, hanging out at the bottom. Good coverage that way. And I have a crossfire antenna taped onto the bottom side here, and the receiver is buried in there. So there's a ton of wires in there that you cannot see for all the stuff. But anyway, just wanted to show you that. Let me get the bottom back on, flip it back over, and show you what the view looks like. So there's the bottom cover on. I put a hole in here so I can get to the flight controller and get the data off, because I don't have a telemetry radio because I have Crossfire connected. So when I want to get off data logs and stuff, I cannot. Just for reference, I have little straws sticking through here. I'll show you on the top side. And the bottom side, I just tied the same straws with knots on them so it can't pull it through the foam. And they're just going to hang out there. They're totally fine. On the other strings, I've actually got them tied inside of here, and yes, these are still fastened just fine. But yeah, that's how this thing's hanging on. I'll show you when I get it flipped over. Okay, so here's the GPS. I put a hole in the top, put a piece of tape over so it's pretty aerodynamic. Got my little air intake in here. I think that's funny. This is a pretty cool model. It's even got the hooks on here and everything. I've got a 5,000 milliamp hour 6S. In order to get that in there, I did have to carve this thing out, so could not get a 3,000 milliamp hour. I really wanted a bigger battery because I have a bunch of these. I do not have the smaller ones, so we're going to use those 5,000 milliamp hour 6S. And here is the camera attached to the back, and it is pretty strong. So you can see there's a little vibration in there, but it's probably not enough to worry too much about. And yes, it's pretty well completely just taped on there. Might need to tighten a string or two. And here's the view you get. Yeah, the quality's a bit funny on there, but let's see if we can see what it looks like. I would put the canopy on, but I don't have it on there right now. Oh, dude, yes. That's gonna look cool. So anyway, I would consider that a third-person view. Instead of first-person view, it's a third-person view jet. So that should be pretty sweet. So yeah, that's the setup. And I have a 180 millimeter lens on this thing, or sorry, 180 degree angle lens on this thing. I need to put that on there, but yeah, dude, that's gonna look pretty sweet. Anyway, peace and love, God bless, have a good day. I thought I'd just show you this since some of you were asking questions. So yes, Ardupilot with Crossfire, GPS, camera, current sensing, the works in an EDF jet. Can't see the current sensor, but it's a modified current sensor in there. Alright, peace out. What a hilarious looking contraption though, man, dude. Like, the view that that's going to give me in real-time flight, it's going to be awesome.